will fall within our domain from January onwards. Trust that we will deal with it the way the military knows best.
Who completed the entire selection process were not trained under the previous administration.
It is important to report at this stage that the last recruitment exercise for soldiers, non-officers, so the soldiers go to the Army recruit training schools and the various training schools, the officers will go to the Ghana Military Academy. So I'm done with the officer career. I'm now moving to the soldiers. It is important to report, let me repeat, at this stage, that the last recruitment exercise for soldiers, non-officers, was conducted in October 2021. However, the audit has revealed that 2,872 Army potential recruits who successfully completed all required processes, including documentation, medical examinations, and vetting, are yet to undergo training. Meanwhile, my visit to the Army Recruits Training School just last week disclosed the fact that the Army Recruit Training School has not been training recruits over the past 17 months.
Now, the Ghana Air Force will soon commence construction of an Air Force base in the Savannah region to provide air support in combating security threats and facilitating logistics in safeguarding the Bui Hydro Dam, among others. Following an inspection of the project site at Jogboi, near Bamboy, the Tactical Air Command at Bui called for community cooperation to expedite the completion of the air base, with the prospect of also stimulating economic activity in the central belt of the country. Precious Semevo has more.
Managers of the Blue Power Authority, BPA, briefed the visiting Ghana Air Force Commander, Air Vice Marshal Patrick Ajin Frimpong, and his team on the generation of power after a tour of the hydro dam and the solar farm. The commander, who earlier was at the Tactical Air Command at Bui, also inspected the site for an Air Force base at Jogboi near Bamboy in the Savannah region, with construction expected to start in about 3 months to, among others, aid the protection of the Bui Dam. Commander of the Tactical Air Command, Air Commodore Kwabena Kisiedu Manukwe Atiemu, explains the idea.
Blue Power Authority also in seeking to protect the dam are also very happy assisting us so that we can have an airfield that both facilitates security but also will facilitate logistics. We are hoping to kickstart the actual work on this ground in about 3 months. And then by 2 years from there, we are hoping to have a functional airfield, even though it will not be a permanent runway. Aircraft can come here and land and so on and so forth, and we can position our units here to operate. And then from there, we will begin to build slowly a fully fledged airbase.
He employed the communities to support the project due to its economic benefits.
We are very close to Bamboy. We are very close to Jogboi. And as we work here, we will affect their lives. And so we are very conscious of that. And we only call for the chiefs and the people and the other members of the local community, the assembly, to support us, because much as there will be inconvenience as we develop, in the long run, this is good. It is good for the local economy. It is good for Ghana.
Samuel Makobuatin, acting deputy CEO of BPA, expressed confidence that constructing the Air Force base would help halt the Galamsey activities near the Bridam River.
These facilities, they are national assets. Security is very, very important here to maintain the assets so that any encroachers are warded off from attacking the facilities. And then we hope that we collaborate with them here to address the issue of Galamsey so that it doesn't stymie the smooth operation of the station.
Precious Semevo, Joy News, Bui.
It was a mix of tears and triumph after a tense showdown. Afia Serwaa Girls Senior High School staged a dramatic final round comeback. to edge out Joabin Senior High School in the Ashanti Regional Qualifiers of the 2025 National Science and Maths Quiz. The emotional win ends their brief absence from the national stage. Collins Frimpong has more.
What a wonderful comeback from the girls. Yasantua girls have secured a national championship spot. Last year they missed out. This time around they will be there. And they did it in a marvelous manner. A wonderful comeback for that matter. First round, second round, they were trailing. Then the last radio, they took advantage of it and they won. And they have qualified with 40 points that you'll be seeing them in the national championship in October in Accra, as well as the zonal championship.
We can't say anything, but we say it's been God. We don't know what we did, but God did.
Right. How about you?
Yeah, the same thing. It was all the work of God. Everything that came, it was God that made it come.
Today's contest was amazing. At the end of round 2, we didn't have any hope, but by God's grace, we made it.
And we are coming prepared. That's all I can say. And my girls are so good. This year is different. You kept on, when you were asking them, kept on saying last 2 years. That's why it's the past. Let's focus on the present. And it's going to be massive. Just look out for Yasantua, that's all.
But history can never leave out history.
We can't leave out history, but we don't repeat history this year. And we are not repeating it. So just look out for us, that's all.
The Ashanti Regional Qualifiers began today, as we expect 88 schools to compete in the regional qualifiers, and also 22 contests across 6 days, and zonal championship taking place on Monday and Tuesday. That will be 2 days. The Ashanti Region qualifiers began with Kumasi Academy in the mess when they won their contest to secure a national championship spot as well as zonal championship.
Kumaka is coming, and we are here to claim the national and the regional champion. We don't fear any school.
The trophy is ours.
We don't fear Opokuware and OPC pressure. They should wait. We are coming. Zero pressure. Thank you.
Even though we have qualified, but this is the message to all schools. They should watch out because you will pound on them like a leopard.
The second contest of the day also took place, with Insutaman SHS and Ejusuman SHS all securing a place in the national championships. Ejusuman SHS came stronger in that particular contest, gaining 46 points.
The only difference that made is that we came in the name of God. So the name of the Lord brought victory to us. That's the difference.
Expect more from us.
Like how?
Expect more from us. I begin to show us you're doing in the school year. So expect more. We'll do more for you.
So are you saying that you are going to win the national championship?
If it's a must, we will. And I know God wants us to be, so we will.
The national championship last year, if you watch our contest, we almost qualified for the 1A stage, but we had a small challenge with the problem of the day. That was what Archbishop Porters used to beat us. So we are going to work seriously on our problem of the day, and we are hoping that we will reach the quarterfinals this year.
My name is Collins Frimpong, reporting for Joy News, Kumasi.
Well, congratulations to the girls. And that takes us into our business update now with Samuel Kujubrace.
Let's do the business update now, but we need to start from what's happening in the currency market. Well, Ghana's cocoa exports have dropped sharply, with volumes falling by over 50% in 2024 compared to the previous year. That's according to the 2024 Auditor General's report, which also revealed that despite the decline, total earnings from cocoa rose by more than 37% due to higher global prices. Winston Taki has more in this report.
Ghana recorded a steep drop in cocoa bean exports in 2024, even though total earnings from cocoa rose significantly. The data shows that Ghana exported 248 tons of cocoa beans in 2024, down from 533,057 tons in 2023, a drop of over 50%. Exports of processed cocoa products like butter, paste, and powder also declined, falling from 240,897 tons in 2023 to 192,429 tons in 2024. Yet, total cocoa export receipts jumped by 37.5% from $1.26 billion in 2023 to $1.73 billion in 2024. This increase was largely driven by higher global prices and steady performance in value-added cocoa products. A major concern flagged in the report was a sharp decline in inflows from syndicated cocoa loans, which are key to financing Ghana's cocoa sector. In 2024, syndicated loan proceeds dropped from $681 million to just $50 million, a decline of more than 92%.
Well, away from that, the government has reaffirmed its commitment to allocate 25% of the District Assembly's Common Fund towards the design and construction of 24-hour economy model market across the country. This initiative, aimed at boosting local-level commercial activity, is expected to expand trading opportunities for small businesses, increase productivity, and drive inclusive economic growth. Speaking at the opening session of the Evidence to Action Conference and Exhibition, the Minister for Local Government, Sanitation and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, highlighted the importance of using evidence-based research in policy making to ensure that such projects are effectively targeted and deliver meaningful impact.
Clearly, Evidence to Action Conference is being held for about 3 days, and I took the opportunity, being the keynote speaker, to speak on some of the government interventions. The government of the President of the Republic is doing a reset agenda where he has directed from cabinet that we must send 80% of DACF to all metropolitan municipal and district assemblies. Based on that, the monies they used to get in a year, they are getting it in the quarter. And there are clear guidelines where we are going to champion the 24-hour economy market. Every ministry is taking part of it, but we are implementing it at the sub-district level. So because of that, we have chosen 24-hour economy market, where 25% of the 80% being given to them is going to be used on that. And you have to build a market that can operate 24/7. So when we come to a university like this, we can cite 1 year. It will have a pharmacy, it will have a police station, fire station, a banking hall, all the facilities will be there where it can operate 24/7. And that's what we call the 24-hour economy market.
Let's wrap up the business update with what's happening on the commodities market. That's it for the business update. Up next is the AM Sport with Mustafa Abdullah.
We are building up to the Joyous Force Invitational Tournament, and Emigo Ghana, producers of Yomi Yogurt, they are targeting 4 trophies in this year's tournament. They were finalists in the football competition last year when the event took place at the University of Ghana Stadium. And their head of marketing, Gifty, says that this year they are here once again to make sure that they walk away with at least 4 trophies.
I can fully appreciate what Yomi can do. You are all nourished. No wonder the energy this morning has been quite incredible. Hey, is this what you do every morning?
This is the energy we get from drinking Yomi yogurt. The good thing is that last year we were poised to win. Something happened along the line, but it is our strategy that this year we will bring the cup home.
Why are you going to camp your team? Some teams say they are camping at Barcelona, others say they're coming.
In fact, so this is a skeletal team.
Okay.
The strong team is already camping out there, but we don't want people to sabotage us. So we won't tell you where our people are hiding.
Okay, now let's talk about Yomi. As I mentioned earlier, the energy this morning has been quite incredible. It's explosive. Yomi say it's a nourishing choice. So speak to me about why it is actually essential for everyone to embrace Yomi.
So Yomi yogurt is made of the finest ingredients you can ever imagine. Yomi contains zinc. It contains vitamins of the B complex. Yomi contains milk, and we know that milk is good for strong bones and teeth. The calcium in the milk is for strong bones and teeth. The B complex works on your blood, and the zinc is to boost your immune system. So when you take Yomi, you are sure that you are nourishing your body. And the good thing is that when you put in something good into your body, it reflects on the outside. And that is why we say, make a choice, a nourishing choice today. And if you are out there and you haven't tasted Yomi before, please, this is the time. Run to any convenience shop around you, run to any supermarket around you, and grab a Yomi. And to those who are already drinking Yomi yogurt, we will say, thank you very much. Continue consuming your nourishing Yomi yogurt, and we know that you will be rewarded.
Any final word that you would want to share?
Yes, so the final word is that if they know what is good for them, they will also start consuming Yomi to prepare them for what is ahead on the 9th of August. But for us, we are coming for the cups, not 1, not 2, not 3, but at least 4. And at the end of the day, what we will say is that come and see what Yomi has done. Come and see.
And indeed, you will have to come and see what Yomi has done on August 9 at the University of Ghana Stadium. when the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament kicks off. By the end of the day, they say they're walking away with 4 trophies at least. How many trophies do you want to walk away with? You will have to be there for this year's Joy Sports Invitational Tournament. And in fact, the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, Julius Debra, is going to be there. Have you heard that?
This year,
you have to give him Yomi.
This year, let's watch out for the CEO penalty shootouts. Yes, that would be the icing on the cake. Our CEO is not here today. We all know that he goes to train. He's gone. And this time, he's not even training locally. So watch out for him. He's going to score. He's going to bring that CEO penalty shootout cup again, because he's done it before and he will do it again.
This has been Yomi Yogo's build-up to the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament. See you there on August 9th. Thank you very much.
Later tonight, the Black Queens of Ghana will be in action in the semi-final of the ongoing African Women's Cup of Nations. They come up against Morocco. Kickoff is 7 p.m. Ghana time. This is the first time Ghana is making it to the semi-final of the Women's Continental Festival in 9 years. And head coach of the team, Kinlas, says that he is very much aware of the threat that will be posed by the host nation, Morocco. There's more in this report by my colleague, Lawrence Beidou.
And so the action gets closer for the Black Queens as they prepare for yet another final at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. This time they have Morocco on their route. They have Morocco as a stumbling block. Can they go past Morocco? That is the issue. If you look at the numbers between these two sides, they have met 4 times, with each team boasting 2 wins. 2 wins for Ghana in their home country, 2 wins for Morocco as well in their home country. So they have an equal share of the games that they have played. But as far as this competition is concerned, they have not faced each other. Before their final preparations, both sets of teams were at a press conference where Kinlas talks about mapping out strategies to ease out the threats that the Moroccans will bring to the Black Queens.
Will not be the best before this game. I still believe in my players. I know that we can do it tomorrow. Very well. It was actually my first game as a coach for Ghana against Morocco. It was a tight game. We had our chances to win the game. In the end, we lost in the last minute, if I remember right. We won 0, but we also saw that we had the chance to win that kind of games as well. I will not talk about specific players in the opponent's team, but of course we know that they have quality in the defense line, in the midfield, and in the attack, and also a decent goalkeeper. But we also know that like all of the teams, they have some weaknesses as well. So we just need to push hard there, and like I said, hopefully have a good game tomorrow.
Sherifatu Sumaila, who is yet to get any taste of minutes in this competition, believes that there's trust in this head coach and are all relying on his tactics.
We trust our coach, and all we need to do is follow the game plan and give everything we got. Some of the players, this is their first tournament, and they have a lot of energy, and it really helps the team. And we try to motivate them and then try to help them with the experience we have, and it's really good for the team.
We wrap up with a story of Anigyie Fie. This is a young man who has a dream of representing Ghana at the highest level of track events, which is the Olympic Games. My colleague, Joseph Ayinga Walter, has been following his story and has details in this report.
Before sunrise, a boy lies awake, counting seconds like chalk on a blackboard. 11 beats, 11 breaths, 11 takes of a dream he keeps rewriting in his head. The dream to compete at Olympic Games.
When I first met Adam, I thought, is this kind of, mommy is forcing me, let me do it, daddy is forcing me, let me do it. So I sat down with him one-on-one and I asked him, are you really love what you are doing or mommy is forcing you? He said no, he wanted to do it because he have love for it.
Adam would never walk. I mean, if you send Adam, he's running. You send him to the room, you have to keep repeating, do not run, do not run. I mean, that was him. He was always running towards something. Never know anything at all, any space he gets, he has to run.
I knew he loved to run, and I remember growing up, we used to live in an estate that had a big field, so we would go out to play, and often we would like race back and forth across the field. And then I slowly realized over time that he was getting faster than me, and that was kind of embarrassing as an older sister back then, but now like that's a core memory, and I see like I remember the point where it all started, so that's really cool to see. Yeah.
First time I knew that running was for me was probably when I was 9 years old. I was in Dubai, I was schooling over there, and it was sports day, so I was chosen by my team captains to go represent our team for the 100 meters. So I got on the track, and as soon as they told us go, I mean I was off. I took off running, and I did win that race. I remember very clearly. It was a big moment for me, and that's what really got me into track, because I knew that was probably one of my bigger talents. So, yeah.
In Ghana, where ambition runs side by side with responsibility, Adam Yeboah races against two clocks. One takes inside a classroom at Association International School, the other on the Sanskor Tartan track of the University of Ghana Stadium. Each morning, as the city stirs, Adam and his mother sets off. Another day to run. The second of 3 children, he's the kind of boy who earns affection not just by accent, but by simply being. Raised in a modest home, there's one thing that stands out: his unshakable passion for the track.
Especially now, it's gotten kind of difficult now that I've been elected as head boy, so balancing my school life, social life, prefect duties, and my being an athlete, it gets tougher sometimes, but I know that's what I signed up for.
And he's very ambitious, so like when he sets his mind to something, you know, he's always aiming to achieve it. And I think we can tell that with the race too, like he aimed to win and he won.
He's the fastest boy in the whole school. So we've done multiple sports in the school, wherein Adam will always get like first position on things.
Like a scene out of the Avatar, young Adam had something most kids didn't: certainty. That early spark soon turned to fire, one medal at a time. School championship became his playground, and his name a major fixture on winners' lists.
Moving to the side. I want to see you hopping on it. Be in the middle, front and back.
It's been difficult, even in school. They have the other games that happens for private schools and then non-private schools as well, but we've always not had the opportunity. For the private schools, when we thought we would prepare to go, it's either issues from the school doesn't join in. So there was one that we had to go personally because he had trained the whole of the summer for one ISA games and the school didn't go. So we went in as representing our own. He represented himself, so no school attached. So he did very, very well, but unfortunately because it was as a school, he didn't get the opportunity to be probably given a medal or anything.
Then came the Ghana International Schools Sports and Arts Festival, his moment. Years of sweat distilled into one opportunity.
Okay, so my name is Adam Yeboah. I'm in DP1.
This means I have 1 more year of school before I go to university. Usually before a race, I like to stretch just to get my muscles okay for the race. I take 2 laps around the field just to get the blood pumping, and then I start by doing some drills. So I get like high knees, back kicks, and things like that just to get me.
He didn't just show up, he stole the show. Adom clocked a personal best of 10.5 seconds in the 100 meters, swept the 200 meters, and anchored AIS to the gold in the 4x100 meters. A clean sweep. Dominance was defined on that day.
Adom is a learner, and with all humility, I love working with Adom because Adom doesn't pose so much stress. He's easy to adapt, and adaptation is everything that an athlete needs. When I saw him, I got to know that, oh, this guy has the potential, he has everything. So what can I do as a PE teacher to assist my student in developing his talent? Because one of the core elements of a PE teacher is to identify talent for further development, and that's what I did.
Well, Adom is, you just say that he's quite competitive. And I remember back in MYP2, when I was in MYP2 and he was in MYP3, we used to compete against each other when we had school, we had sports at school. And you could just tell that he was competitive and he was so ambitious and he wanted to win. And
it was amazing because obviously I knew I had the fastest man in my team. So when you could see in the videos, when I was actually about to receive the baton from Adom, I was dancing because I knew we had already secured the win.
Welcome back to the AM show. The show is sponsored by Syntex Tanks. And so let's talk about water tanks for a little minute before I introduce my guest to you. Do you know the secret to real water storage? It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right. The tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is a champion of water tanks. It is strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. So whether rain or shine, Syntex tank has got your back. So go outside and check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. Call this number, 0244 335 168, to either buy one now or find one of 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough. My guest joining me this morning for the news review, we have Wanda Madilo. He's a development analyst. And we also have Afia Serwaa. He's former president of the GJA. In the course of the conversation, when my third guest arrives, I will introduce him. You're matching, gentlemen. You look good together. There's something similar about the colors when it took the shot of both of you. But welcome to the AM show.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
And I want to start with you, Wanda. You know how we do it. We give our guests a couple of minutes to reflect on any issue of national interest. What has caught your attention?
Over the weekend, the president was in Ketu South, and he did a groundbreaking or sword cutting for the defense project, phase 2. I think that is a project that is of utmost importance to all of us, citizens along the coast, and even beyond Ketu South. It's been a problem that has been persisting for years. Bigger than that now was when Kita itself was overtaken by the tidal waves way back, somewhere in 93, 94, 95, 96. It was a major disaster. And government did some relocation exercise, built some new affordable housing, relocated the people, and some people were taken back. Large tracts of land was recovered from the sea, the ravaging tidal waves. We've seen that happen before, and we are hopeful that this groundbreaking will lay the basis for more expansive work. The president has promised that there will be some 12 groynes along the coast. So that will also help for fishing, in fact, recreational fishing and commercial fishing as well. There will be some markets along the coast for the citizens. That will also help the economic life and livelihoods of our parents and loved ones. There will also be a lorry park attached to the project, and that lorry park is to ease transportation of services and goods and all that.
Right.
We have also been told that there will be some relocation exercises and some tourist, embankment for the people. We're very excited because if you look at the Soma area, I think more than 50% of their land is gone.
That's my hometown.
Yeah.
Soma.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Agbo's-Mekliko.
We are inviting you to the Soma Festival in September. I will come and carry you to
No, if I'm in town, I'll try and attend.
Yes. Yeah. So we are very excited.
Okay.
It's a huge thing for us. We want to thank the President and the Minister for Works and Housing.
Yesterday, it came up even in the papers, and I was saying that in as much as you're commending this, I mean, Sea Defense, yes, great call. But it's not just in Keta. It's not just in the Ketu South. We have the central region. They're facing the same problems. There are other, even here in Accra, they're facing the same problems. So perhaps that is a good start, and we can model or take away the learnings and then implement a similar thing.
That's true. The only reason we are very excited is that if you look at the whole coastal belt, that area of town, we live more closer to the sea. So
true.
There have been more, houses being thrown off than in the other places.
All right.
But of course, they are very necessary. It will help all of us if government does that.
Absolutely. So, Afia Moni, it's your time now to share your thoughts with us.
I'd like to take a very brief but important look at the looming by-election in Katakyie. It pays to be optimistic, but it pays more to square any sense of optimism with the logic of reality. And the reality is that electoral violence remains an insoluble puzzle as we speak now, and an indelible stain on our democracy. If we tout ourselves for holding 9 elections on the trot, but the reality is that violence threatens to wipe away all the gains, democratic gains we have made ever. So Katakyie presents the sternest test. We dare not fail. Otherwise, it will spell a doom for our democracy.
Thank you. It just got me thinking, because we keep coming back to the same issue, and something that I think stuck out for me yesterday was that NDC and PP, you might have won the election, but the issues of electoral violence have marred that victory for you. And when we start thinking along those lines, we realize that it's not win at all cost or lose at all cost. You know what I mean?
We ought to turn a new page as far as...
It's 2025, man. Anyway. So let me, I want to introduce my next guest to you, but I want to give you the stories on the front page of the Daily Graphic before I do that. So on the Daily Graphic, we have Chiefs can't renegotiate sold lands. That is according to Justice Osei Tutu. And on the Ablekuma North violence, we're just talking about election violence, policing viral videos to identify culprits. And these are stories on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Ghana Health Service steps up autism support, finalizes community-based plan, according to the Director General. And so I want to give a bit of details in terms of what they're saying, that chiefs can't renegotiate sold lands. A change of a chief as a result of death, abdication, or distulment does not affect the status of land sale transactions before a new chief ascends the throne.
And this is coming from Justice Alexander Osei Tutu. He's a justice of the Court of Appeal. And he's saying that, quote, our chiefs must refrain from harassing people who've bought lands. It is unlawful for a new chief to say that he does not run their previous chief and tell the guarantees to regularize I think that's clause 183 of the Land Act 2020. And so that's what they're saying. I want to come to you, gentlemen, for your reflections on this. But first, let me bring in Awal Mohammed into the conversation. He is from the NPP Communications Directorate. You're welcome, Awal.
Thank you so much.
You look good in your agbada.
Thank you.
Okay, so we want to talk about the chief issue, land renegotiation. But quickly, what are your thoughts for us before we get into that?
Thank you so much. Good morning to our cherished viewers, and good morning to my members who express their thoughts.